Welcome back to Coin Mojo. I had a pretty big month. I searched a lot of coins. I found a lot of pennies at a bank this month. I posted a video earlier this month to review that. Still picking up standard 2 boxes of quarters and 4 boxes of halves a week. This is one of my biggest finds this month. Had a 1970S there that I had lots of questions about. One bank had $350, and then they notified me that another bank also picked up another 150 in pennies. I made a video about that earlier this month. Here's one of my enders in one of my quarter boxes. Along with picking up my regular orders, I always ask for customer rolled. Some unusual quarters found this month. Some double stamped pennies found this month. Just basically reviewing some of my roll finds. Silver wasn't all that plentiful this month, but due to the W quarter frenzy out there, I was getting a lot of quarters and finding silver quarters. I found more silver quarters this month than I found $half, and $half is what I primarily search. So this is the overall view of my April keepers. I am separated by different types. You'll see bags of pennies up there. That was from the 45,000 penny search. This is a bag of Canadian coins. Being close to Canada, I get a lot of Canadian coins. That's all the pennies that I kept from the 60s that were in fairly decent shape, mostly 60s and better shape. Same thing with the 70s. I keep the 70s, 71 and 72s primary, looking for the different varieties there. Better condition 90s. These are my Coinstar junk finds. I've sorted out all the Canadian and foreign coins out of that, and as well as the American. Along with the good stuff, you find some bad stuff. There's bags of damaged coins that I will probably spend at the gas station. So starting with the black mat. These are basically the coins that I will keep and investigate further later on when I have more time. When you search the amount of volume that I've been doing, basically what you do is you just kind of put them up on a shelf. You cherry pick what you can, and then go back for a deeper dive later on. So you'll see some of those Canadian memorials there, and then the Canadian nickels prior to 1989, I believe, and prior to 82 are 99% nickel, so I keep all those. These are some of the foreign coins that I got mostly from the Coinstar finds or from the reject at my dump bank. Some of the more interesting nickels or older nickels that I want to take a better look at, or that they have a little bit of mint and luster that I might swap out in my nickel books. There's a couple 1 pound coins there from England. This dime, I originally thought maybe it was missing the nickel-clad layer, but it looks like it was painted actually. These are some of the better condition early 60s, starting with a 59, some 60s. They have a lot of mint luster still on them, so I set those aside for the video. The rest of the 60s and 69 S's, any kind of S's, get tossed in the bag for the deeper dive. These are the 70 and 69 S's, and I think there's a couple 71s in there, 71S. And then these are the balance of the Wheaties that I got this month outside of the over 100 that I pulled in that mega 45,000 penny hunt that I did earlier this month. Again, nothing really to write home about. But basically, I still want to share with you the volume or the numbers of wheat pennies that I am finding. In addition to the wheat pennies, I got a couple older Canadian Georges. Those are from the basically 40s. The Young Head Canadian and a Rock Dove. So the blue mat is basically the silver and the $half, which is my primary goal, is to find silver. And I'm not finding a lot of silver. I'm telling you, it's dried up quite a bit over here in Michigan. I literally pulled 3 40%ers, and I'm doing well over 2,000 a month or week in $half orders. I did manage to pull one Walking Liberty. It happens to be a I think it was a 43S. So that was kind of a pleasant surprise to, one, get a Walking Liberty, and then on top of that, get a San Francisco Mint. I did manage to pull a Bicentennial 40%er. I did pull 4 silver quarters out of all the quarters that I searched in April. The one on the right or on the left is in pretty good shape. 3 of those silver quarters actually came out of one box. And also you saw the war nickel and 2 silver dimes. A couple tattered proof Kennedys, which again I keep most of them. Some of those will probably get tossed back. And then these are the NIFCs from 2016, 17, 18, and 19. This is the updated design. I think they kind of went a little retro, more like the 64 style after 2015, which I do like. And those 2 were the double stamped. Again, last month I found 2. I got 2 in April, and that's a 1982 no FG. Those are kind of easy to spot when you just edge search. They often the 82s kind of look like they're NIFCs or proof coins because they have a thicker rim, and that's the only reason why I found it, because I'd seen the thick rim and pulled it aside. Here's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1987, which are also NIFCs. And those all came out of the first box in the month of April. One box. A couple better condition Kennedys, which I set aside to kind of wet out to possibly swap out with ones that are in my book. Last month I showed you I had picked up a series of mint $2 bills. The same bank had another link to that. Those are pretty close to the same numbers. So whoever cashed in the $2 bills last month cashed them in again this month. Those rolls of pennies were all the Wheaties. There was over 100 of them from my 45,000 penny search that I posted a video of earlier this month. And so on the white mat, I have basically the more interesting quarters that I kept, or I will be showing you here. These are all the San Francisco Mint or proof. 2 of those were cameo. 3 of them were just mint, San Francisco Mint. Ironically, 2 of them were the Great Smoky Mountain. And these are all my West Point minted quarter, which is the only reason why I was searching quarters at all. The frenzy of the West Points all over the web. Got more than half of them had the privy, which is nice. I think I prefer the 2020s over the 2019s only because of the privy. So these are all circulated, obviously. Some of them aren't in bad shape. So we got the Billings Farm. You got the Samoa Bat. You have, I think the other one was a Lowell. This is the I forget what that is. San Antonio. There's the Lowell Farm. Yeah, the tall grass prairie. By the way, I like the tall grass prairie pretty much. For some reason, it's simplistic yet pleasant and easy to look at. So I got a pretty good mix there. These 4/4 here, they're all Philadelphia mints, but every one of them had white edges. I thought I found silver there. I did see some posts on some of the Facebook pages that I follow. No one really gave good answers. This one was unusual in that it was painted gold and silver, and then it had a plastic cover over it. Well, it's like maybe dipped in plastic. I don't know. The edge is still available, but both the front and the obverse and back had plastic on it. And I'll keep that. Thought that one was a near date or wide rim. It doesn't look like it upon closer investigation. I'm hoping that this is a Type 2. Not so sure. Could be a Type 3. Type 2 is the one that you really want to look for. In addition to the silver quarters, the W's, since I'm searching quarters, I plan on starting a book, and I've been pulling some of the better condition ones out for the book, and perhaps I'll produce a video to that for do a book fill. Here's another close-up look at these proof cameos. This one here, the Bicentennial, happened to be an ender that you saw at the beginning of the video. This is an 82, not in bad condition. The Bicentennial is actually in pretty good shape. Now these San Francisco mint, none of these are silver. Obviously, they're mints, come out of mint sets. Now this coin, which is the best coin I got all month, and I didn't find it. One of my coworkers got it in change at a gas station. He knew I was into coins, so on lunch he approached me and he says, "Hey, can you tell me about this coin?" And I told him what it might be worth on eBay and this and that, and I offered him $5 and he handed it over. So I generally don't make a practice of buying coins. I like to pay face value. That's my thing. But in this case, I couldn't pass that one up. So some of the 1970 S's, I'm basically running through here, a couple close-ups on these. I still struggle with trying to figure out the small date, high 7, low 7. I know that those carry more value, so again, got to have a closer look at those. This looks like someone was panning this pen, or I think that's the terminology. It's a panned coin, or hammered. I thought that was interesting. And I did show this, but I kind of passed over it quite quick in my 45,000 mega penny hunt. This is a clip planchet for sure. It's not a large clip, but one of the ways you can tell the clip planchet is that the raised edges, you can see that they just fade out, right? They're smooth, and rather than like if somebody took a pair of scissors and snipped it, or some tin snips. What's interesting about this coin, it looks like it may have even a little bit on the left side. So again, if you like the video, that's it. That's my April finds. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. Coin Mojo out. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you next time.